Title: Kamara and Lammons sent to the bench, 3-game timeout for Vegas fight. TL: Saints sensation Alvin Kamara and Colts cornerstone Chris Lammons are set to serve a 3-game suspension for a Las Vegas brawl. Despite their sit-out, both players are allowed to show off in the preseason, and will bounce back to active duty on September 25. Kamara's absence is felt already, as he will miss the season's home opener against the Titans and away games against the Panthers and Packers. Hold your horses, sports fans. We have some news that might send your fantasy football leagues into a tailspin. Alvin Kamara, the force of nature from the Saints, and Chris Lammons, the Colts defensive dynamo, are on a mandatory vacation from the gridiron for the first 3 games of the season. Why, you ask? Well, it seems that the 2 NFL heavyweights decided to exchange some blows off-field, all the way back in 2022 in Vegas. So, what does this mean for the games? With these suspensions, the teams are definitely losing some high-octane talent for their first few matches. Kamara's dance with the Titans, Panthers, and Packers will be missed, and surely the Saints' offensive playbook must be undergoing some hefty revisions right now. The Colts aren't in the clear either, as Lammons' absence will surely create some cracks in their defensive lineup. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Both players are allowed to keep their cleats sturdy during the preseason, so fans will still get a taste of their prowess on the field. And once their short-lived suspensions end on September 25, they'll be back in action. The question is, will their teams be able to stay afloat during their absence? Look, nobody's saying football players need to be choir boys. Some roughhousing is part of the package. But when does that cross the line? And should what happens in Vegas really stay in Vegas when it comes to professional conduct? It's definitely a situation that makes us scratch our heads and wonder about the world of professional sports. How do you manage to balance the often testosterone-fueled aggressiveness needed on the field with a composed and controversy-free off-field persona? As we gear up for the upcoming season, we can't help but ponder on these suspensions and the potential impact they could have on their respective teams. Is it possible for these teams to seamlessly handle the absence of such influential players? And while we're at it, what does this say about the state of discipline in the NFL? Are these suspensions just slaps on the wrist, or do they serve as serious reminders of what not to do? Are 3 games enough, or should the punishment be more severe for off-field misconduct? Share your thoughts. Disclaimer: this article is purely for informational purposes and should not be taken as any form of advice or endorsement. The views and opinions expressed herein do not represent those of Turned Up News or any of its affiliates. So, we've spilled the tea. What do you think? Is the NFL taking the right approach in handling player misconduct? Or should the league rethink its disciplinary measures? We'd love to hear what you have to say.